All right, so we are at the end of 2020, and hopefully you are enjoying your holiday season here, and thought we would end things, or rather kick things off in 2021, talking about the technology blog and something that we just recently posted, the 6 reasons why businesses continue to look to Kansas City to deploy their data center. The first is location, networking capabilities, workforce, energy, tax benefits, and lastly, the limestone caves themselves. All things that are really critical and something that's a little bit unique too to the Kansas City market. So we're going to dive into each of those topics today, but wanted to just touch on each of them here for you briefly. Location is always going to be the number one factor why businesses are choosing a location, regardless if it's in the Midwest or East Coast or West Coast. And location is critical for latency, but it's also critical for the markets that you're trying to reach. So being centrally located in the Midwest for larger branded organizations who are trying to connect with the consumer or customer base spread throughout the country makes it an ideal scenario for them being located in Kansas City. Now, networking capabilities, really what this is touching on is the fiber richness or footprint and availability for a client or customer to tap into. So you want to look at the number of carriers, the diversity of entry in and around the KC metro area, where my points of failure, and then ultimately, it's going to be the transport cost. What is the cost associated with gaining connectivity in the metro area? Next, we're going to talk about energy or utility, or where am I going to get my power from? We have an extremely new power system or portion of the power grid that we sit on. And with that, the utility provider we work extremely closely with to determine what's best path of entry, what is the diversity, can we do upgrades for future expansion? All things that every business is going to consider is something that's very stable and enriched here in Kansas City. Next is workforce. So as we look to talent, or the workforce pool that you can as a business pull from to gain talent within your IT department or within your company, businesses are really trying to figure out, hey, where can I grab that talent from? Am I limited by going into one area or another? And Kansas has really proven itself out as a leader in the technology talent pool. Another big reason why businesses continue to look at Kansas City as that market, pulling from St. Louis, pulling from Springfield, and other parts of the country. Next up, tax benefits. Always, 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 businesses are wanting to find incentives and ways in which they can get money back, really, or how can they save on cost, especially as they start to look out and project over 10, 15, 20 years of business operations. They want to make sure that their operating costs are very sustainable. And the tax benefits and incentives that are in place in both the Missouri and the Kansas side make it a very sustainable solution for the enterprise. Lastly, the limestone caves themselves. So when we look at the limestone caves, it's very rich out in the Midwest. We have the largest limestone deposits across North America. And there was a lot of forethought in the development and excavation of the mines when they originally developed them, and they did it for future use in mind. So with those factors in play, it made it a almost perfect environment to build out a data center. Natural barrier to the weather and elements, natural security barrier for other external factors that might come into play, and then a vast amount of space in which we can continue to grow footprint. So I think another big reason why businesses, both medium, large, and enterprise, look to the Midwest to deploy out a large data center footprint. Hope this was super helpful for you. If it was, smash the like button below. Otherwise, we will see you next time here on Tech Talks. Talk to you soon.